back to another episode of Uncharted Territory 2. Haven't done a whole lot since last we saw you. I'm just going to check and make sure I have my difficulty set to normal, which I do. Big goal for today is I really want to get this zombie spawner farm made. Reason for that is because, well, zombie spawners can give me so many delightful things. For example, I really need metal badly, which this will provide. And I need maybe some carrots and potatoes wouldn't be a bad thing. I really like potatoes as far as a food source. So having a nice, easy, handy supply would be just fantastic. We also have these two skelly spawners. So assuming I have enough time to get something put together, I'm going to knock those out as well. Now, obviously, there's a few things that I'm missing from what you'd call a traditional zombie spawner. And obviously, I don't have water, for one thing. So you're like, okay, how are you going to push all the mobs to you then, smart girl? Well, I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do. We're basically going to be doing a variant on my murder holes that you saw in an earlier episode, which comes up here. So we're just going to be clearing out a little spot. We're going to want them to fall. And we're going to have them fall into little holes that I can access easily, but they can't access me, so I can kick them in the knees and get their toys. So we're just kind of getting the cobble out here. A little more light there would not be a bad thing at all. Okay. And we're going to make it roughly yay big, I think. Like I said, this is not your conventional mob trap. It's not going to be anything that you're going to want to write home about, but if you're playing one of these maps, you're on a limited budget, but you really need the resources. This is a great way to kind of get at it. And boy, do I need the resources. Okay, so we're going to have them fall here, 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 After having pushed all that out, I think I'm actually going to move it forward. I want to limit the amount of places that they can go so that they're most liable to just walk right off and into these holes where I can get at them. Okay, let's take a look here. Because what we're going to do is we're just going to, like this. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to be walking up to them right under here. We're going to need more light. We don't want anything spawning under here. Now, I've done this before with half slabs to stand on. On the one hand, it does a great job of keeping the mobs from getting to me. On the other hand, sometimes they get great line of sight, and then I end up wishing I hadn't done it. So, light there, please. Will this be the most efficient? Nope, sure won't. But will it get me some zombies in a very safe situation that I can work on? Yeah, sure will. Okay. Now you'll notice I do have those lights I collected from elsewhere. And I am figuring on maybe, since we're taping and all that good stuff, getting a little bit fancy. We'll see. That I might regret that. And actually setting this up so I can turn it, turn it off. That can be useful if we already have some of this in place, even to any little degree. It's going to speed converting it over once we have buckets, which should be, well, I mean, should be in fairly short order if we get enough iron from these guys over time. There we go. Absolutely no spawns back here, please. Okay, and then I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 signs. I could have another one here, but let's not get greedy. In fact, let's just go ahead and do something like this. Okay. Let me go grab a few signs. Not like we didn't have a whole bunch of them. Whoa, dark spot. From when we got set up here. Alright. Yep. And I'm gonna, whoops, hello. There we go. And I always do them upside down the first time. There we are. A couple of levers to turn my lights on and off with. I know, I'm running, I'm wasting hunger. Meh. Oops. Okay. And finish filling this. Oops. Well, fortunately, it's not that far to fall. There we go. And fill this in. So when we take out the lights, you know what? It's going to be nice and dark. There we go. And now, you hear that? Zombies. And of course I can go back anytime and I can just turn those lights back on. Now, obviously they're foliage, so I'm going to be killing them and wasting swords. But from my perspective, I have a practically unlimited selection of cobble and wood. I have a farm so that I can grow wheat, so it's not really an issue for me at this point. I can eat, I can get stone, I can get wood, I can make new swords if I want to, or I can just stand here and punch them. Hey, guy. Hey, how's it going? You should totally walk down here. My other option would be to actually poke a hole in here, because it's going to let in a little light, but then they see me and they'll be like, oh, hey, I got to get some of that, and look at that. Okay, there we go. So this is my Ellen's cheap as dirt, not terribly technologically sophisticated, but I need some early resources in a CTM map mob trap. Never really seen anybody do anything quite like this. No, it's not the most efficient. So that being said, I'm going to take a pause here. I'm not going to make you sit through it over on the Skelly spawner side, but I'm about to do the same thing over here, and that way we're going to have all the arrows that we need, and then we are going to be in great shape for the rest of the map intro, if you will. So I'm just going to get started on that, and I'll see you guys back here in a moment. Okay, and we're back. So at this point now, as you'll see, we've got another one of these groovy little skelly grinders over here. Obviously, they are not, like I said, the most amazing things ever. But you know, I mean, when you're on a complete monument map and you need bones and arrows, well, honestly, this is a great way to get them. You don't have to have water. You don't have to have anything much other than your sword, a little bit of free time. You can't AFK grind at it like you normally would, but as you can see, if you can find, like here we had two skellies close together. It was just super easy to just enclose them. What you're doing is you're basically making a too-high hole that they can fall into with a sign right here so that the game registers it as being a solid block. And they're just going to walk right in there. They don't care. They're fine. At least I believe that's still how the sign works. It was for a while. It certainly still seems to be working here, so I don't know if that's just because they're trying to dive bomb me or if they actually are still just walking in it because they think it's a solid block. But either way. So I've got pretty much infinite arrows with a little work here. Oops. Wow. Upside down. There we go. And just because I don't waste hunger if I don't have to. Here we have our zombie. Hello, zombie. All I really got to do is just kind of here again. You got zombie flesh for days. Eventually, you'll start, you know, I mean, I'm going to get lucky. Sooner or later, the law of averages says I'm going to get a helmet, going to get some iron ingots, going to get some swords. So, anyways, this is, I just had to sneeze there for a second. Sorry, guys. This is going to enable me to go ahead and prep up for our next adventure. Let's just take a few seconds, because I'll be doing this mostly off camera from here on out. Now that you've kind of seen what I do. Dope and I first started doing this when we started playing Vex maps back. First one we did was Sunburn Islands. It was a ton of fun. Because we really were cocky going into it. We were like, oh yeah, you know, these can't be that difficult. And, you know, we've been playing this for a while. We're going to be really good at it. And then we went in there. We just got... Spanked is too kind a word. We got annihilated almost instantly. It was just, it was comedic because we had no chance whatsoever. It was like, oh, really? Yeah, you think you guys are bad? Nah, you're pretty horrible, actually. So we went on Sunburn Island. We went on this main island that they had, which the first one right after, we were like, oh, we'll just run right off of this little island with the signs. We're going to get a base set up. We're going to do fantastic. So we went flying over there, and I'm actually gesturing with my hands, and you can't even see that right now. We went flying over there. We're like, yeah, this is fantastic. We got it. We started building. It's daylight. There aren't hardly any mountains. We're building like walls and stuff, and we're like, yeah, we got this. You know, we got a base, and we're going to have all this good stuff. And night fell. And everything on that first island is sand. And, I mean, I'm not saying that the game was cheating a little bit, maybe, just a smidgen. But it was pretty funny because, like, the creepers could see us through the sand walls that we had built. And they were blowing up everywhere. And we were just, I mean, like, we were dying, like, in an infinite pain loop. It was just like, and we're live. And we run back to the spot, try to get our stuff. Oh, no, we had all that cool stuff. And we die. And we run. And we die. And we run. And we die. And we did that for like 15 minutes until Dope was about ready to just, I mean, like, he was beyond insanely upset. He was like, you've got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous. How can anybody play this game? I mean, this is, you know, arguably one of the easier Vex maps, although we certainly did not know that at the time. Oh, hello. Hey, buddy. He's just trying to find a place to get out of the rain. Oh, and some armor would be good. I decided I wanted to go peek over there real quick before the end of the episode. Maybe get my little house started over there. Here we go. So, finally, we did get a foothold, but what we learned was you can't be cocky about these things. You got to think them out. You got to plan. I see you up there. One more. Oh, I missed him, didn't I? Bat, get out of the way. There we go. So we stopped being cocky about it. We did a lot better after that. And I mean, really, that was when I started falling in love with Complete the Monument. I've played through most of them. I'm not going to say that I'm like awesome and I've completed them and woohoo, look at me. Because I've completed some. There's been some I haven't done so well on. Let's not discuss Nightmare Realms. Let's never speak the name. But that being said, I mean, I enjoy the puzzle aspect of them. It is so much fun to be sitting there and be like, okay, what was going through the map maker's mind when they started this? You know, what are they thinking about what I'm thinking? And then trying to kind of outthink them or out... Yeah, I see ya. Give me a second. I'm not ready yet. And to go, okay, well, you know what? They're going to think that I'm going to do this, so I'm going to do this instead. Let's see here. How are we doing? That's all right. Get a little more light down. Just constantly, every time I come over here, I just come in, put a little more light down, a little something. Because I really want to claim this house here shortly. There we go. Probably right about now. Finish this house up. I want to have all this nice stuff here for myself. There we go. Now that I'm pretty sure that the house isn't going to blow up, kinda. Okay. Just for the moment. There we go. Just so things can't come running in on me. There we go. Let's go ahead and finish this up. Really? Axe work better for that. Don't you think, Erica? There you go. Oh, hey, there you go. And we're just going to get some floor back in. Huh. I thought it had been more than long enough for that to all be gone, but I guess either did I just drop that? There we go. Yeah, I know I don't technically need it because, well, we've got that other house that we can go to as well, but I thought, you know, why not have it? A little bit of hole in the roof. Well, yeah, we'll just patch that up. There we go. There we go. There, now we have kind of an interim spot if we want to stop here, take a breather, and let's go ahead and get a door on it. I bet I have a door back at my other base, don't I? Yeah, probably. There we go. There. And then the other thing that's been bothering the living heck out of me, right here. Yep. There we go. Oh, he had shutters. Well, that's nice. We don't have to do that. That's fine. Great, so now we have a little interim stop here. Oh, look at that skeleton just looking at me. Let's just go take him out real quick, see if we get anything good. Hey, how about an enchanted bow? Oh well, arrows. So anyways, I think we've got enough in for today, just to get a little something going. So at this point, we have our new grinders set up so we can, off camera, get a lot of supplies to help us move forward. Next episode, and we've also reclaimed this house even though I don't really need it, simply because I wanted it. Next episode, we're going to come over here. We're going to tackle this dungeon, or area, I should say, and see if we can get some wool out of that. Boy, it's nice to have all the arrows you want. Look at that. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next episode.